Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for watching these videos. It really means a lot. As some of you know from Facebook, I had a small mishap with the memory card from the camera and I lost the video for the meeting. I was able to get some of it back, but large chunks of the meeting were lost, so I don't have the whole thing. On top of that, the camera died near the end of the meeting and we had to switch to the cell phone. So you'll see a bit of a change in video quality and audio quality, and I do apologize for that. This is starting to become kind of the theme where I constantly have some kind of technical issue. I am hopeful one day I will figure this out. Until then, enjoy the ride. I've put together all the parts that I have. It's not a whole lot. And the biggest chunk is starting at council comments when we switched over to the cell phone. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them on Facebook, ask them on YouTube. Also check out the basin paper from that week because Barbara Green did a wonderful write-up and it was very great read. Promise. You won't be disappointed. And without further ado, please enjoy this month's meeting.
Yeah, was put up an extension on paying water bills.
They did,
So,
and it's a very small one. Last year, I think they paid up to 3 bills. This year, it pays barely 1 bill. And I don't know that everybody from last year will qualify. The layout for the water was for COVID, and now that COVID's over and they spend what they say was their money, they're discontinuing the program. They're going to finish what little bit of money is left.
And I know the previous clerk told people about the application. I'm gonna have to look it up. I know nothing about it. I didn't do it. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to help people get those.
Yeah, well, they're just sending letters out to the people that got it last year. And they're letting them know. From there, I don't know what happens if.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. So we can check into that and see.
Okay, yeah, I don't have, I was not involved in.
Who owns it, my hands are tied. This whole board's hands are tied.
we're gonna have there, Travis, right here.
Okay, and this goes back to the, okay, all right, my sincerest apologies. I couldn't follow that for a bit, thank you.
Well, if you can find any information and help us who.
So what's the chicken in the highway and they did nothing about it? What are we supposed to do when we have these ordinances? I'm asking the council.
That's a good question.
We've talked about it and I would like to know. Is the officer supposed to go to the person and tell them that their chickens are out?
Well, I think that's what we've talked about in the past.
What are the chickens doing wrong? I'm just seriously, chickens like to fly over, whatever. Mine don't normally leave the yard. They usually never even touch the sidewalk. There ain't no poop, nothing on my sidewalk. Okay, well, my cameras say different. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Judy, stop.
The main thing, Barb, is.
Okay, hold on a second.
No, wait, whoa.
No, hold on.
Wait.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Hey, no, hang on a minute.
I wanna talk
You'll
to you.
get permission from me first. Right now, we're on council comments.
Okay, well, I just wanna address something, but go ahead, Mr. Mayor.
We had community comments before this.
Well, that was
Is
before
it
the
okay
comments.
to go back to it, or are we moving ahead?
No, it's fine that I'm okay with that question. You know, Barb, I think the main thing is when we set those parameters, And the parameters were not set by just this council, they were set by a previous council. You guys had it in the ordinances.
Okay, so, just so we can get this straight, when I was on the council, chicken ordinance was never, ever brought up, ever. No ordinance.
That's because.
It was done before, it was when you and Rod and I think
But, okay,
Troy or whatever.
can I talk?
Yeah.
Okay. It was never talked about before because there was never an issue with it. I mean, everybody that had chickens had the tops put on their chicken cages, like Jerry, you go down and look at Jerry's. I mean, he was the main one that had chickens in town at that point. But that's the only thing is if we're not gonna follow the ordinances, let's just throw the whole damn book away and forget that we even got an ordinance book. I mean,
So what I was trying to say was, the chickens are great, you know, pest control, mouse, whatever, all kinds of stuff. Weed control and everything. Yeah, my chickens like to go around on our properties and they like to peck around and stuff. There's like 4 or 5 that religiously get out and I put them right back in when I see them. And I've had a few people, hey, text me, even Troy, hey, you got a chicken out. Yeah, I know. I can see it, because I do watch my cameras very religiously. And, so I can see when I do have chickens out, and it's just like, but this is where the harassment has been coming all summer to a lot of people is the threats, the fines and stuff like that. It's just been constant. The animals are gonna get out. They're not harming anything.
Julie, do yours get out?
Ours are completely enclosed.
No, because they're in the coop.
Have you read the chicken ordinances?
Yes,
Barb?
ma'am, I have.
You're not going by them at all.
Ma'am, I know what the chicken ordinance says.
Okay, why
Listen.
aren't you going by the rules? Your chickens were in the street today, Barb, one of them.
Okay, but still.
And they're down on the church property all the time.
And I have permission to raise them over there.
And people talk about your chickens out all the time going through town. This is
What are they
a
doing
rule
wrong?
in town, Barb. Why don't you go by it?
Can I finish speaking, or is your council person gonna keep interrupting me? I'm trying to legitimately have an adult conversation.
Go ahead.
Okay. The thing is,
He's got the floor, I think.
I was speaking.
Whatever.
I've got the floor if anybody wants to know it. Now, Barb, finish your comment.
The chickens aren't harming anybody. They're not harming anything. They're doing a good job trying to keep the weeds and the pests down, especially over here where the grasshoppers get so bad in the summertime and the weeds get so bad over here in the summertime. I mean, I have yet to see any of my chickens or this lady's chickens or any chickens going over and destroying anybody's flower beds or gardens or anything like that. I understand the ordinance says this, and this, but really, what are they doing wrong?
Mr. Mayor, may I say something? Why do we have ordinances? It all comes down to that. There is a rule sitting right here in front of me, and this person is not abiding by it. Somebody got bit by a dog the other day, too.
Judy, you are not gonna start bringing that crap up.
It happened.
Whoa.
That was between me and Tim.
let's just shut.
Yeah, let's shut that down right now.
Everything is down.
Okay.
I'm calling for a motion to adjourn.
I have one more thing I'd like, it's nothing to do with that, but I would like to ask about it, Mr.
Shoot.
Mayor. May I ask what's going on up to the water tank? We got lots of water running out up there.
That's coming out that overflow.
There's a lot of it, and it's puddling up down at the highway.
It does that every winter.
I've never seen it like this.
Oh, well, it does.
But who's paying for that water going out?
Well, isn't it a liquid valve in the tank?
Yeah.
It comes out that hillside.
So are we paying for that water
No.
going out?
No, we pay for, Rod, you can explain it better than I do on EDUs.
And now I gotta think about it. We're charged EDUs, what's this estimated dwelling units. that's how we're billed. We're paying right now the joint powers board off EDUs. So that's how they make their money. That's, if you got a 3/4 inch line, it's considered, I'm just going to throw a number out there, 5 EDUs or whatever it is, we get charged X amount of dollars per EDU, and that's how they're getting their money from us.
Okay.
So, we've decided we're going to shut the meeting down. The heads are getting hot, and I don't want it. So, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Also make that motion.
Just say what you're saying there, it's done now.
If
And I am so sorry that my head did blow up, but when I'm trying to speak and I'm continuously getting interrupted with these rules and stuff like that, so I am apologizing for my blow up. And I would hope other people would apologize for that too.
Travis, if it's not controversial and if you can make it quick, go ahead.
Yes, it's just about this, one rule for everybody thing, one set of ordinance for everybody thing. And I don't think Jack should be allowed to wash his borax on the city streets anymore.
Now who?
Exactly.
That, Mr. Nelson should be allowed to, wash his borax and his equipment and
Well,
the
you
roads.
shouldn't be parking in the street either.
Okay,
There's a motion on the table.
Thank you.
all those in favor? Aye.
Next time.
Thank everybody for coming. I'm sorry.